Hello everyone. Are you ready with your books week can4? Good. Let's start. We're going to be taking today unit 5, pages 39 and 40. So by the end of this lesson, you're going to say, I can talk about someone's appearance using have and has. What do we mean by the word appearance? It means how someone looks. You're going to be saying how they, for example, talking about the hair, the face, the clothes, okay? And then you say, I can make the sounds for EE and EA. So the EE is the long E, the long sound of the E. And the EA would give sometimes the same sound of the EE. And we're going to see that sometimes it gives the short sound of the E. Also, you're going to be saying, I can use irregular plurals. So you're going to be using the plural, but this time, not the regular one where you add an S, a different one. Also, you will say, I will use, or I can use this and that. So these are the points we're going to cover in our lesson today. Let's start by opening on page 39. Page 39 is the fun time. What does it say? It says listen and match. Practice in pairs and write. What are we going to be practicing first? We're going to be practicing telling someone about appearances or how someone looks. Let's read an example together first. He has short brown hair and brown eyes. He's wearing a thobe and speaking with his friend. Let's discuss this first. When I start by saying he, that means I'm going to look for, here I have 4 people, right? I'm thinking about these 4 people. The one I'm describing is one of them. So when I start by saying he, I'm not going to look at the girls, I will look at the boys, right? This is the first thing. You decide if it's a boy or a girl. So when I say he's short, it's one of the boys. And he has short brown hair and brown eyes. So which one of these do you think? You got an idea now, right? He's wearing a thobe. So now you're sure. And he's speaking with his friends. So you make sure now that it's what? It's number 1. So it's this boy. Short brown hair, brown eyes, a thobe, and he's speaking with his friend. So I'm going to give this one number 1. Are you ready to do the others on your own? Let's listen together and try to do it.
Are you ready? Listen and match with the right picture. Number 1. He has short brown hair and brown eyes. He's wearing a thobe and speaking with his friend. Number 2. She has long brown hair and brown eyes. She's wearing a red jacket and sitting with her friend. Number 3. She has black hair and brown eyes. She's wearing a green jacket, a white t-shirt, a blue skirt, and pink shoes. Number 4. He has short blonde hair and blue eyes. He's wearing a blue t-shirt.
Okay, let's listen to it one more time. We're going to go back to it.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Listen and match with the right picture. Number 1. He has short brown hair and brown eyes. He's wearing a thobe and speaking with his friend.
So this is number 1.
Number 2. She has long brown hair and brown eyes. She's wearing a red jacket and sitting with her friend.
So this is number, what do you think? Yes, 2.
Number 3. She has black hair and brown eyes. She's wearing a green jacket, a white t-shirt, a blue skirt, and pink shoes.
So it's number 3.
Number 4. He has short blonde hair and blue eyes. He's wearing a blue t-shirt.
So it's number 4.
Now listen again
Okay.
and
Now let's check the answers together. Yes. So number 1, as we said, is this boy. Number 2 is this girl, long brown hair, brown eyes, a red jacket. Number 3, she said she has, so it's this girl. She has a short hair, a green jacket, pink shoes. Number 4 is this boy. He has short hair, a blue t-shirt, and so on. Okay? You can use this to play a game. What's the name of the game? It's Guess Who. You try to guess who your friend is talking about. So your friend, like this girl, describes someone in your class, okay? And you try to guess the name. Let's read together. She has long brown hair and brown eyes. She's tall. She's standing near the door. What's her name? What did her friend say? I know, it's Rana. You see? So when you want to talk about someone, or to tell your friend about someone, you start by telling them their appearance. So you say, she has long brown hair and brown eyes. You talk about the hair, the eyes, if they're tall or short, and sometimes you try to say where they stand or what are they wearing. Okay? Let's go to the next one. Here, I want to show you the difference between using, when do you use have and when to use has. So let's look at number 1. When do we use has? We use has with she, he, and it. So I say she has, he has, and it has. Okay? An example, what do you see here in the picture? A girl, one girl. So what do you say? She has long hair. If it's a boy, he has, for example, short hair, and so on. If it's, for example, a cat, it has a long tail, and so on. Okay? Here, when do we use have? We use have with they, we, you, and I. So you say they have, we have, you have, and I have. Here in the example, I have 2 girls. So when I have 2 girls or 2 boys or 2 cats, what do I say? I say they. They. So they have. I change has into have with they. They have long hair. They have long hair. Very good. Now let's go to phonics. Okay? So what does it say here? It says listen, point, and say, write EA or EE. So we have first the sound EE. EE gives you the long E, like for example here, sleep, sheep, okay? Can you think of something else? Like for example, cheese. EA gives you the short, also the long sound of EE, like in read and meet, and also it can give you the short form like in head and bread. Like for example here, the EA is like the short E, like in bed, right? Head, bread sounds like bed, right? Here, read and meet sounds like sleep and sheep. So what are you going to do? You're going to say, and you're going to write the missing letters after you listen. So listen carefully and follow.
EE says E, 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 sleep. EA says E, 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 read. EA says head. Now you make the sounds and say the words. EE says E, 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 sleep. EA says E, 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 read. EA says head. Let's say them all again. E, sleep. E, read. Head. Listen, say, and write EA or EE. EE says E, sheep. EA says E, meat. EA says bread. Let's say them all again.
Okay, so I think you got the idea. So here, what are you going to do? You're going to fill in the missing letter in each word. And let's check your answers. So you're going to have here EE for sheep, EA for meat, and EA again for bread. Bread. So this word sounds like EE. It's a long E. This word sounds like a short E. It's bread. Bread. Meat. Meat. Sheep. Sheep. Okay, you got it? Good. Now it says listen, point, and say. We're going to move on now to the regular and irregular, we're going to move on to the irregular plurals. So look here. Look at this picture. There is a man, a woman, and a child. So it's a small family. There's one man, one woman, and one child. If we look at the other picture, the one here, in this picture there are 3 men, 3 women, and 5 children. So I changed man into men, I changed woman into women, and I changed child into children. I didn't add an S. No, I changed the word. You understand? So this is what we call irregular plural. Okay, this is the first point. And here also we have, what's that? It's a tooth. One tooth. It's a tooth. Here it says, what are those? Their teeth. Their teeth. So this is one, and this is more than one, many teeth. So we changed the word tooth into teeth. Okay? We do the same here. In this picture, you see here that it's 1 foot and 2 feet. 1 mouse and many mice. Here we're using that and those. That is for the something when we talk about something that is far from you, okay? And those is for the plural. Those are mice. Those are mice, okay? So when I talk about something that is close to me, near to me, I use these. These are apples. These are apples. If I talk about something that is far away from me, and there are 2, what do I say? Those. Those are apples. If I talk about one thing, I say, what is this? And it's close to me, near to me. I say, this is a flower. I have 1 flower, and it's close to me, so I say this. This is a flower. If it's far away from me and it's one thing, what do I say? That. That is a flower. What's that? That is a flower. Okay? Let's look at the irregular plurals one more time. So I have here the singular words, and then here I have them in the plural form. Okay? So number 1, man. In the singular form, it's man. In the plural form, it's men, men. Women, women. In the plural form, it's women, women. I change the A into E. I change here also the A into E. Okay? Look at child. One, child. Two or three or more, children. One, tooth. Two or three or more, teeth. One foot, 2 feet. One mouse, many mice. Okay? So we call these verbs we call these words irregular plurals. These are irregular plurals. Let's go to the homework, page 100. What does it say here? You're doing the same as you did in the first part. You listen, read, and number. So you have the same pictures. He wants you to practice again the reading of the description of people's appearance and number accordingly. In number 2, he wants you to read and answer about a friend. Okay? So if we say here, what's his or her name? When you want to talk about someone with your friend, first thing you're going to ask about usually is the name. Also, if you don't know the person yet, you're going to ask about appearance. So you're going to say, is he or she tall or short? Does he or she have long or short hair? What's, for example, she or he wearing? What's she or he doing? So these questions will have you know which person your friend is talking about. Okay, let's look at how the answers may be. Here the answers will differ. Each person is going to answer in a different way. So here you're going to number as we did before. And here you're going to answer like this. What's his or her name? Her, that's a girl. What's her name? Her name is Jasmine. Is she or he tall? Here, if we're talking about the girl, what are we going to choose? She, of course. Is she tall or short? She is tall. Does she have long hair? Does she have long or short hair? She has short hair. What's he or she wearing? She is wearing a blouse, a long skirt, and black shoes. This is how you can answer. You can just say she's wearing a red dress, okay? What's he or she doing? She is writing. So by this description, I will know which girl you're talking about. Here, I'm going to look at this part. It says listen and say, write E-A or E-E. What do you think? This word, head, what are you going to write? E-A or E-E? Perfect, E-A. Sheep, what are you going to write? Excellent, E-E. Meat, E-A, perfect. Bread, E-A, excellent. Here it says write about the pictures, use there is and there are. In this picture we have one man, one woman, and one child. So what are we going to use? There is or there are? Very good, we're going to use there is. So number 1, there is a man. What are you going to write in number 2? There is a woman. And there is a child. Here you have more than one. So you're going to use there are. There are men, there are women, and there are children. Look at this exercise. You have words in the box. You have them in the singular and the plural. And they are all irregular plurals. So we have feet, and the singular is foot. Mouse, and the plural is mice. Teeth, and the singular is tooth. In number 1, what do you see? 1 foot. So what do you say? That's a foot. In number 2, you have 2. So you're going to say these or those are feet, and so on. Let's check our answers. Yes, here we make sure that our answers is correct. And here you have you're using is for the singular and are for the plural. And here we have those are feet, that's a mouse, those are mice, that's a tooth, and those are teeth. Okay? Thank you very much. I hope you like it, and goodbye.